I hope you guys feel special because you're literally the only people I ever put on eyeliner and lipstick for. Hey guys, so it has been a while since I last did a tag video, and because Bree recently tagged me in the Not a Booktube Newbie tag, that is what we're going to be doing today. I started my Booktube channel back when I was in college in my junior year, I believe, so I think that was 2013, which means that this upcoming spring will be I will have been on Booktube for 4 years, which is crazy, and I can tell you it definitely does not feel that long. My favorite kinds of videos to make are both TBRs and wrap-up videos because both let me get super excited about books. In TBR videos, I'm super excited about the potential for all of the books that I'm about to read, and then in wrap-up videos, I'm just excited to finally talk to you guys about the books that I have read. So yeah, I think those are definitely my two favorites based on genuine excitement levels. I think Bree's answer for this question was fantastic when she talked about not worrying so much about the logistical or equipment side of running a channel. I, for example, filmed for the whole first year on just a basic point and shoot Canon, and because I didn't have a flip screen where I could see myself, half the time I would end up having to refilm videos because I would go to import the footage and realize that I had filmed everything like zoomed in about this close just on my mouth. I now film on my iPhone because I realized that it is actually a far better camera than my actual camera, and I still edit all of my videos in iMovie, so I would just say that you really don't need to worry about your equipment. You don't need a fancy DSLR or a fancy mic setup. My only technical advice, I guess, would be to try and film in natural light, preferably in front of a window like I do, because then it won't really matter what you're filming on, it'll just automatically look slightly better. But to cheat and provide a second piece of advice, I would say don't worry about what everybody else is doing, what everybody else is reading, you do you. I first discovered Booktube through all of the YA vloggers, and I'm sure that's a lot of people's experience because they are everywhere, it seems, and they are some of the bigger Booktube channels because that's kind of, you know, they're reading for YouTube's kind of key demographic. And for a long time I thought I had to buy YA books and read YA books, and then I realized that that's not really what I was interested in reading, and it was only once I started just reading books that I really wanted to read and talking about books that I was really excited about that I kind of found my community and my niche in the Booktube, in the wider Booktube community. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. So just focus on reading and talking about books that you are genuinely passionate about, and I guarantee you people will prefer that over you reading books that you think everybody else wants you to talk about. Honestly, I think the biggest challenge I run into is myself, because for whatever reason, when I turn on the camera, I immediately come down with a very bad case of diarrhea of the mouth. I think I can really contribute this to me just getting more comfortable in front of the camera the longer I've been doing this, which means that I start to talk more like my actual self, which means that I ramble, because in real life, I ramble all the time. So on one hand, I feel like my videos have started to reflect a more genuine version of myself, which I love, and I think you guys seem to appreciate, but at the same time, it makes it very hard to edit videos down into an actual coherent, viewable thing. So yeah, that is definitely my biggest challenge that I've faced so far. Honestly, there have been so many books that I have either discovered through Booktube and loved, or that I have been encouraged to read by Booktube and absolutely loved. To name a few from the last couple of years, Fudoki by Keach Johnson, which I never ever shut up about. I discovered that on Mercedes' channel. Number 9 Dream, which made my top 5 books of last year, I discovered on Sabrina's channel. So yeah, I read a lot of books now that I probably never would have if I hadn't joined Booktube. Hands down, my favorite thing about Booktube is just being part of an amazing community of people that like to not only read books, but to endlessly talk about them. Of course, I do have friends offline who read and who I can talk about books with, but not quite to the extent that I can in this community. I genuinely love everybody's passion for stories and passion for supporting publishing and supporting authors and just getting into really intense discussions about books. I love it. That's my favorite thing. If I'm completely honest, I'm actually not subscribed to any brand new booktubers at the moment. So if you guys would like to give me some recommendations in the comments, I would greatly appreciate that. However, I would like to shout out somebody who I think deserves way more subscribers, and that is Erica Chung. Erica reads from a pretty wide variety of genres. She reads graphic novels, YA, general fiction, contemporary fiction, comic books. There's kind of something there for everybody. She also gets genuinely really excited about the books that she talks about in her videos, so if you want just, you know, somebody to make you feel passionate and excited about books, definitely go check her out. And if you're looking for a great entry point, I would definitely recommend her recent Lunar New Year reads recommendations video. So I will link her channel and that video in the description below. I'm actually not gonna tag anybody because I feel like this has definitely been making the rounds, and I'm not sure who has and has not done it at this point. But if you are a slightly older booktube channel and you would like to kind of reintroduce yourself, I think this is a fun way to do it. So please feel free to go ahead and do the tag anyways. And like I said just a few questions ago, I have actually been talking for about 20 minutes. So that means it's time to wrap up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Bree, for tagging me, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Bye!